What's up guys, this is Jamplay and you are joining us on the Jam Squad. Remember, we upload videos every week, so don't forget to subscribe. You can also help us by liking this video and sharing it with your loved ones. Alright, new development insight just came out from the Axie Infinity team. In this insight, they talk about things like crafting, so let's jump right into this and see what they have in store for us. As this will affect the Axie game in the long run. So let's see what they say. So first up, we have at Sky Maybes, we are aware that there are a variety of different stakeholders within the Axie Infinity communities with different level of financial involvement and goals. And that's great, because they used to say that Axie was a game first then investment, which is true to a certain extent because it's still a game, but it is majorly run by the investors who come in. Scholarship happens because of investment, Axie gameplay happens because of investment, so I'm glad they acknowledge this to a certain extent. And they are also saying that they always actively monitor feedback and do their best to make decisions from a place where they empathize with everyone in the community, which is another great thing, because if you were to go to their social media, whether is it on Twitter, even all the YouTube from different content creators, if you were to check out G-Host or even Axie Infinity Twitter, people always say, hey, you gotta listen to your community, you gotta this, you gotta that, and it's great that they are stepping up to say that we do listen and we do our best to make a decision from a place where everyone is happy. And so over here you will see that this picture is part of what V2 would be like, because this is something that they released earlier to talk about V2, beta V2. And also this one here is the crafting, where if you notice that this is your old school good old bird with the eggshell at the top, and if you notice that with crafting comes along an egg yolk here, the tails also look really different from this one, as well as this one. We even have a different set of ears, and it kind of look cool if you ask me. So what do we have here? So few things that they encourage their community to keep in mind as they go on this journey is that there will be significant volatility. Okay, Axie being one of those who are at the top of the gaming and blockchain technology makes them so susceptible to volatility from internal and external factors. They expect that there will be high and low in the years to come, whether is it from the massive growth spike or even crypto bear market. On the side note, do note that crypto is a very volatile area or space. So if you want to do investments into crypto, please do your due diligence. Please make sure you do your homework, your own research. This is not financial advice, so when you want to follow whatever I say, make sure you do your own research first before jumping head in first. Alright, so make sure you only invest what you can lose and not what you can't afford to lose. So back to this, they implore those who are looking to stick around, to be people who are long-term looking, to join them on this roller coaster ride, and at the end of the day it will be worth it. Point number 2, Axie utility will change over time. As most of us know, they are looking to launch beta V2 soon, and it's a guess, but it probably be end of this year if not early next year. And when beta V2 come, the meta will change significantly. Whatever you see in the top arena now may or may not be useful, and so this will continue to change over the seasons. In numerous future games such as LAN gameplay, every Axie will have a completely different value and benefit, which is great. So every Axie now becomes more useful, more utility from Axie. They even implement body part upgrading, where their utility will change. And this is another good point, because with this, Axie becomes valuable again, and it's not after they change a meta and Axie loses all its value. This is all a function of what is needed for the Axie Infinity universe, so that it is always evolving, providing new challenge and fun gameplay. So when this is released, this is going to change, and they expect more Axies to gain significantly more utility. So the third point they want us to is to focus on the long term over the short term token price, and in this case we are talking about things like SLP, and we understand that token are very important to members of our community, especially to our scholars. So shout out to those from the Philippines and shout out to my scholars. Everyone emphasized on how things will change because of the dip in SLP, and so with this, Sky Mavis is saying that the token in their ecosystem ultimately will come from them and the community creating long-term value for each other, and that is what they are looking to focus on. They will not prioritize valuable time and effort of their small team into building short-term and quick fix, which I think that's not really nice, because most people are looking this at the short term over the long term, because we have no idea how the long term will look like. So I think this part here will kind of cause some controversial, and they are saying that instead of focusing on building what's on the short term, they want to focus on building what matters more in the long term. So economic adjustments also take a lot of thoughtful consideration, and they do not take it lightly, and this is why it might take more time than might be expected for them to roll out changes to the economy. There are many ideas they are considering for SLP utility as well, and one of such ideas is to have body part power-ups or upgrades that might require SLP to do that. And when this happens, it is a good thing for SLP because there is more utility means more burning, and when the token is burned more than when it is minted, this causes SLP prices to go up, and so that's a good thing. So coming to an end, they are saying that Axie Infinity might not always get it right, but they will listen, learn, and work together with the community to make sure that success is where they are headed to. And this is great, because I feel a lot of the community members have a lot of great ideas, and a lot of good inputs that Axie could take them together and make it better. And they are saying that creating a good game is hard, but creating a great game is even more difficult, and so they aim to make a great game that comes from development times that can feel long while the game can stay. Okay, so with that, they are saying that hey, let's stay together, focus on the long-term thinking so that things will get better. Alright, so let's look at Smooth Love Potion, or SLP in short. Currently at the time of this video, it's going about 3 cents, 4 cents USD. And so if we look at the last 1 day, it's been going down. 7 day, it's also been going down. There was a short spike here when they said like, hey, we're gonna increase the breeding. This usually happens, and you see that it went back down again. In the last 1 month, SLP has been going down, and because of this, it caused a lot of concerns to our scholars and even to investors, because this means that ROI will take a longer time to come back. So let's also look at ASS, which is the governance token of Axie Infinity. You see here that currently, also at the making of this video, is $105, and today alone it came down roughly around now as well. Look at the 7 day, it went down, and 1 month, okay, pretty much stable around here but still came down. This is also due to the whole crypto market going down right now, and so this happens quite often, so do not panic. And this usually happens in December because people sell off their crypto gains to do their taxes and whatsoever, and so this happens, and usually they'll buy back in again in Jan. So if we look at the overall market, we will see that everything is going down, or is in the red. They're all going down to a certain extent. Okay. Another good thing about having Battle V2 coming right up is you see that we have more cards right now. So there are 6 cards, and each one comes with the name that we all are familiar, like Tiny Turtle, okay, Buzz, or even Cuckoo. You'll see that the stats are all different from what you have right now in the game. So even and even how it looks like in the gameplay right now, we'll see that there are new mobs here where there's a tree stump, there's also a bird. The card tadpole is now a different card as well. I mean, it's still a card, but the utility is different. If we look here, you'll see that I believe this is still the energy cost, and so this is still the energy cost, but you will realize that not every card has an attack or defense. because you see over here in Sakura there's no numbers or even a red or a blue, whereas here in Tiny Turtle we have a red, and in Bubble Maker we have a blue. So this means that cards are changing significantly in Battle V2. Okay, one of the other things you notice is that there are now 6 cards as well instead of the usual 4, meaning more body parts, which are the eyes and the ears, which were never used in the first place, right now are also getting cards. Why is that? So if we look here, you will see Sakura, and we go back to something of old, like maybe this plant Axie here has a Sakura on the ear, and then a puppy for the eye, and then we have these 4 pumpkin, cereals, cactus, potato leaf, which are the cards that are usually now. So we have pumpkin here, which is October treat, cereals, vegetal bite, potato leaf is aqua deflect, and cactus is prickly trap. So right now, only the 4 body parts take on any cards, but with Battle V2, the eyes and the ears are also gonna be getting a card, as we see here, making more utility for the Axie. With this, I also believe that speed might not be a big deal to the game anymore, because if you notice, in any case, it is no longer saying round, and there's no the Axie turn order here anymore. It's saying turn number 4. There's no turn order like how it used to be in the Axie game, where you have who's going first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and it goes by round. So the faster the Axie is, the Axie will move first, but these don't seem to be appearing here. So tell me, what do you think in the comments down below? Will Battle V2 be largely different from what Axie is like now, or do you think that it will still be the same with just a bit more gameplay that you can have fun with? Tell me what you think, so leave a comment down below. We have come to the end of our video. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please subscribe. Also check out my suggestions for you, as well as some videos to watch next. Thank you. We will see you next video. Goodbye.